So this is an example when the new iPhone is coming out. This is New York City at 59th and 5th Avenue at the one of the main stores for Apple. And you can see how this is a huge line, like so many people are waiting. You can see even the camera crews here taking it, kind of seeing what's going on here. A lot of other camera crews here. The line is almost 5 blocks long. Police around here just making sure everything is safe. And look at all these people just lining up, just waiting, waiting, and just this is very, very interesting seeing how everything is lined up here. This is for people all over the world in case they want to just see what it's like. And you know, and of course people have their pre-orders, but you can see here all of them trying to make sure everything is in order, in line, that people aren't out of line, like people trying to prepare for this situation so that people just don't get upset. And look at how interesting this is. You know, all these people lined up here, all the people trying to maintain order. You can see here, this is just to get a better idea of how all this is. Like you can see here, this is the Apple store. And all the people around here, the Apple people here in line. And this goes for a number of blocks. New Apple phone is where it's at. Would you not agree? You're gonna be on YouTube. The whole world is gonna see you. Go ahead, say something, say something.
It's a great product.
Okay, great.
Hi.
So you can see the enthusiasm from even the Apple employees. So now this line goes for blocks and blocks. So this is just so people can see what's going on here. And you can see all the other people around here just recording everything to see how it is. And you can see even here, it goes on like for a number of blocks, you know, where people just want to see what's going on. And these people are lucky. They have a convenient location where they're standing. But as I said earlier, the police are everywhere just to make sure there's order, that everything is okay. And where we're at, again, as I said, is 59th and 5th Avenue. And we're at the old General Motors building. And you can see here, it's like just massive. This used to be an entire courtyard until Harry Macklow turned it into a store, and he allowed Apple to rent it out and turn it into one of the highest grossing stores in the country. So now we're just going to take a look at the rest of this line, just so people throughout the world can see what's going on, how enthusiastic people are with just being able to get their new Apple phone. Now, what's really going on, as I'm sure everyone knows, there are a lot of people who are waiting in line who they're really not buying the phones for themselves. What they're doing is they're buying the phones and then they're going to resell the phones. And there are people who are willing to spend thousands of dollars per phone. People who are waiting for these phones. That's why you see a lot of people who are here and they might buy 2 phones. I forget what the limit is, but there's a specific limit for the amount of phones that people can have. But they're just going to turn around and quickly resell them to someone else who asked them to wait in line. And that's a known fact. That's what people want, and that's what people are willing to do. That's why people are willing to wait in line here. You can see it's a very long line, goes on for blocks, and but it's worth it. I mean, can you imagine you wait in line, wait for a day or 2 days in line, and you make $1,000 for waiting in line. But that's the premium that people are willing to pay someone else who can buy an iPhone, who has that iPhone ready for them. And here, we'll take a look at the rest of these people here. Now we're at 60th and 5th Avenue. We were just at 59th, and that whole courtyard, the whole plaza area of the building at 59th was filled with people. And so you can see here, all these people are waiting. And I'm just showing everyone how long this line is and how people really want to wait. And you have all the nervous building management around here, because it's not always good when you have so many people around, people who can get upset. So that's why you have so many police around too, just to make sure everything is kept in order. People don't get upset, people don't jump in line and create other issues. So that's always a key factor. And now we're approaching 61st and 5th Avenue. So you can see how long this line is. And then it just keeps stretching on and on. But as I said, I'm only doing this to show everyone how long this line is, how much coordination is required to make sure that this is an okay event, so that people don't get upset, no one gets injured, everyone's happy. And here, we're getting close to where some people are just waiting here. But I think a lot of what's going on is just necessary to make sure that people don't get upset. And so you'll see here, this is the end of the line. And it's not until 4 o'clock when the phones start coming out. But you can see here, now we're at like 62nd and 5th Avenue. And this is the very end of the line. And this lady here is the last person at this time right now, just waiting in line. She doesn't even realize that she's the last person right now. But that all stretches for about 4 blocks, you know, down to where people are waiting. So that's just an idea for everyone. Just wanted everyone to see how crowded it is. We'll take a quick look back just to see who's waiting in line, see what the crowd is like back at the very beginning. And this way everyone can take another look on the way back, so the whole world can see what's going on. This way, almost like being in New York, but yet not quite being in New York. And but I'm amazed at the organization, at the ability that everyone has to try to make sure that everything works smoothly. And as I said before, at the patience of the various buildings along here, because these are some of the best buildings in the city. And to have all these people waiting. I mean, here's the Pierre Hotel, also the Pierre Residence. This is where Warren Buffett has a big apartment, where a lot of the billionaires of America have their apartments, including Kirk Kerkorian from Las Vegas, including some other billionaires. And Sumner Redstone, I believe, has an apartment at the Pierre. And then we're walking by the Metropolitan Club, which is one of the most exclusive clubs in New York City. And having everyone in front of them, one of the most exclusive clubs, probably makes the people who manage the club a little nervous. You know, what'll happen to their building in case things go wrong. And this is the Sherry Netherland that we're going to be walking by. That also is like one of the premier residents in the city. And but as with anything, people in New York are used to the crowds. It's just a matter of trying to maintain the order. You can see here, right where we are, right where everyone is, and they're just trying to make sure everything is okay. These are the luckier ones. Came a little earlier, but still, they have been waiting. And right now in China, there's a big demand for a lot of these phones. So if anyone could buy the phones, they could get easily $2,000 or $3,000 for them, because people in China want to buy them. So that's one of the big incentives to do that. And so we're just going to take one quick look again at where the store is, just to see all the people. And there is someone who's going to be very happy with her new phone once she gets it, but it's just a matter of time. So here we're again looking at the crowds. We just went back here, went through here once. We're just going back again just to see what the crowds are like, just to give everyone an idea of what's going on. Almost as if they were here, but not here. So you can see it's a busy time right now, kind of a busy time, and it's going to get there's going to be a lot more people too. So there's always people who wait until the last minute to basically get in line. And they're going to come here expecting that it's going to be easy, and then there's going to be this massive crowd. But that's life, and that's New York, where everyone gets in line. So we can see here all these people. Maybe take a look to see if you know anyone, you know, among all these people, you know, just waiting patiently. And you can see everyone here just waiting. And we have photographers also who want to take a better view of everything. And the Apple employees making sure he's going to be famous all over the world. When people say, I saw him, they'll be able to say, I saw him here, 2014, and he's famous.
Nice.
So here we go, the beautiful Apple store. People will be in there. Of course, it will be an ordered entry. As you can see, all these people, you know, just waiting. This is, again, we were here earlier. We're just back once more just to take a look at what it looks like after about 15 minutes of walking on the other side. You can see all the anxious Apple employees trying to make sure to coordinate everything, to make sure that everything is done in the right atmosphere, to make a good purchasing experience. So you can see everyone here. See even more anxious people who are a little earlier. You can see with the jackets, they have everything they were all ready when the colder weather was here in the morning to be here to wait. And you can see them moving. Now they're trying to better organize everything here. You can see all these people waiting, anxious for their new iPhone. All they need to do is get that iPhone and then they're all set. And people being disciplined. So you can see all the crowd of people. All the crowd of people. Like, this takes a lot of coordination for everyone. Now they're starting to let some people in. I think they're trying to minimize the crowd because it's starting to get to be a little bit too much. And so you can see here all the people. Camera crews everywhere. People ready. Do you hear more about everything? You can see the camera crews here preparing. There we have CNBC making sure of what's going on. New York news, and we have a camera crew right behind me. They're right behind me. They're gonna run me over. See? Here, there they are, running me over. No respect. He doubts that he's running me over, but that's okay. We have visual proof. There's the crew. Putting their cameras away or moving them. So this is just for everyone to see how it is. You know, an interesting environment for everyone. So this is just here. You can see all the crowds just waiting. And all the camera crews set up, ready to go. It's a very interesting atmosphere, wonderful atmosphere to be in, you know, where you have multiple security just making sure people just don't go on this beautiful marble, you know, so they don't destroy it or don't accidentally get tripped, or then they say, hey, no one told them, because you can see security on each corner watching. The minute someone puts one finger on the marble, they get told, off. And there's little doubt what they're supposed to do. So you can see here all the people. Very nice seeing this. So one quick look around again. See what's going on. See all these patient people who are waiting for their famous new iPhone. To be able to say to their friends that they have the newest and the best and the latest. You can see here another camera crew just waiting.